Hi Taurus, welcome to my channel, Baddison Intuitive Tarot. Hope you are doing amazing. In today's reading, I'm taking a look into your romantic love life for the week of June 2025. I'm going to pull an 8-card spread, see who's heading towards you this week with romantic interest, whether it's someone brand new or someone that you already currently know. I will definitely do my best to see what your love life looks like this week and see what messages there are for you, okay? Just please keep an open mind that I do get very, very nosy in these readings. I don't hold back and I don't sugarcoat my messages. So if you hear something and you're like, no, that doesn't sound like my situation, please just let that message go. Don't force it. All right, so let's get nosy. Please tap into the energy of Taurus today. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. What is the romantic forecast for Taurus this week? The Knight of Cups wanted to hop out. Some of you guys could be connecting to a water sign. Come on, camera. I'm getting a new camera in August, so please bear with me. It takes forever to focus. The Knight of Cups wanting to come out the way that it did could tell me that around this time frame, you might be dealing with someone that kind of comes out with their feelings or affection really randomly, really spontaneously, where you don't really know when it's coming. It kind of happens out of nowhere, like a flirty coworker or someone that you've been talking to on and off for the last couple of weeks, and all of a sudden they start to drop little hints that they're romantically into you. Either way, you can't make up the meaning of the card. The Knight of Cups is about someone having romantic feelings towards you. All right, and they're around you this week, it looks like. I'm going to put this aside and clarify it and see what your main spread looks like. And then I'm going to break this card's energy down a little bit more, okay? So let's put you over here. Someone's got some hearts in their eyes. All right. Did I do my... No, I didn't. I was still giving it a couple more shuffles. 2 more shuffles. 1 and 2. Let's rock this deck for my terrific Taurians. All right, so the person heading your way this week, Taurus, how do they feel about you deep down? We have the 3 of Wands. Now, the 3 of Wands as feelings talks about being open to exploring something, being open to looking at something from a broader standpoint, a broader perspective. The 3 of Wands is telling me that this person's anticipating something with you. Now, I need to look at your feelings in a few moments to see how you feel about them, to see what your status could be with this person, see if you guys are in the talking stage, dating, already together. Either way, this person's anticipating something in regards to you. And the 3 of Wands is usually waiting on that 4th wand. And the 4th wand in tarot talks about commitment, marriage, moving in with someone, introducing someone to family and friends and parents, things like that. So they're anticipating something with you. For those of you who are at a distance, this person may be making travel arrangements to come see you, and it might be a spontaneous, hey Taurus, I'm going to be in your town, can I see you? Sort of energy. What is their intentions? We have the 9 of Swords. Now the 9 of Swords as intentions, that's the intent to, allow anxiety to kind of like take over late at night. Like during the daytime, this person may be feeling really positive, very ambitious, really motivated to lead with their heart. But then late at night, they're like, nah, I don't know if this is going to work out. I don't know if it's going to work out in my favor. Am I just kidding myself with this whole situation with Taurus? Am I just like playing it all wrong in my head? Because the 9 of Swords is that mental prison we go into, mental mashed potato land. The 9 of Swords can get us rolling in bed late at night thinking that what we're investing in is just going to be a waste of time, or something is unrequited, something is one-sided, things like that. Or there's a lot of complications surrounding a situation that could also come in with some mental hindrance, right? Especially if there's like long distance involved, children involved, third parties. The list could go on and on. But this person's anticipating something in regards to the 2 of you. Get over here. This person's anticipating something in regards to the 2 of you, but late at night is when they start to be their own worst critic. Worrying is just giving a lot of attention to like something that doesn't need to be focused on. So let's take a look at their next action, their next move and behavior. The Knight of Swords. This person's getting ready to speak to you about something, Taurus. The Knight of Swords, when it shows up in the behavior and actions position, it talks about taking pursuit in regards to communication, expressing what's on one's mind. As the Knight of Swords is someone that reaches out, tells it like it is, doesn't sugarcoat, just speaks from the mind, right? And the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the tarot. You would think of it as the Knight of Wands, but it's actually the Knight of Swords. Air moves really, really quick. And the Knight of Swords, as this person's actions, is definitely telling me that someone's pursuing some sort of communication with you. And I feel like I got that for you for your last week's reading. I could be wrong. I could have sworn last week we kept on getting the Knight of Swords for you, and I remember titling your video, a high-stakes conversation changes everything. For some of you who watched that last week and it didn't resonate with you, it might be resonating for you for this week. Sometimes, depending on what decan of Taurus season you were born in, it could affect the message in the reading. Like the first decan of Taurians, this would have resonated with you 2 weeks ago maybe, something like that. But either way, I got 2 knights showing up. Ooh, and a lot of goosebumps. Look at that chicken skin. Hold on, I'm getting a new camera in August. So with the repeated knights coming in, it's safe to say that Taurus, you got someone that is looking for love right now. They're not closed off. They're not emotionally unavailable. They're just trying to see who's out there for them. And right now, their attention is focused on you. I need to find out what's all the nervousness about. I need to see more about what your status is with this person. How long you have been connecting with them. Has things been rocky for the two of you? Has things just been getting off the ground very slowly? Let's find out how you feel about them right now. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness, I'm being so clumsy today. I took a week off from work, so I'm like trying to get adapted to my cards again. I'm clumsy. All right, so your feelings for this person, Taurus? The Tower. Interesting, Taurus. You've got the Tower. Now, the Tower as feelings. The Tower, when I think about the Tower, it's kind of like boiling water for me. Visualize boiling water, because when you look at the Tower card, Taurus, it's a mixture of Aries and Scorpio. Aries is a fire sign, Scorpio is a water sign. I always picture boiling water on a stove when I think of the Tower, because it's that water that comes from Scorpio that's sitting on top of that fire that's being given by Aries, and it boils. So this is telling me that you do have feelings for this person, and you do have physical attraction for this person, but something is making you feel like your emotions for this person are starting to boil up to the surface. Whether it's because you feel like someone's taken too long to get something out in the open, or to make a move already, or you feel like, you know, you can't understand why someone's allowing fear and worry to like interfere with something if they really, really want it to work out. Sometimes the Tower as feelings could also feel like you're being surprised. You know, oh crap, I didn't expect that. Towers don't always have to be bad. It depends on the surrounding energy of a card, and it depends on the situation involved, what the Tower can be interpreted as. But there's been plenty of times in my own life where the Tower was friggin' awesome. Okay, so I just need to clarify this, but it is telling me that this week you're gonna feel very, surprised about something, Taurus. All of a sudden my heart rate is going up. I don't know if you can hear it in my speech. I'm like having trouble like getting my words out without it sounding shaky. That kind of reminds me of this energy, and then that being your response. Like you both coming towards each other with a lot of, shakiness in your voice, your tone a little off, your ability to relax around each other is a little bit off. What's the blockage for Taurus this week? The Sun, major for Leo. Now, when the Sun comes up as the challenge, I like to read it similar as the Moon card, because when I read the challenge position, Taurus, I like to reverse the energy. And to me, the Sun in reverse is feeling left in the dark, feeling a lack of clarity, feeling a lack of, foresight in regards to what's up ahead. And that could be also why your person right here is dealing with the Nine of Swords as their intentions, and you got the Tower as your feelings this week. Maybe you both don't know what's going on. Maybe you both are reading too much into the situation. Maybe you both have high hopes and high expectations that also get deflated late at night. What is Taurus's potential weekly outcome? The King of Pentacles, Taurus's court card. With the King of Pentacles being your weekly outcome, Taurus, this is not only telling me that you're going to feel stable and grounded in your everyday life, because this is your weekly outcome in regards to you alone. Doesn't matter who's in your life. And this could also be telling me that you're going to feel very grounded in regards to a person that you're connecting to. All right, because the King of Pentacles in this art depiction looks really content, really satisfied with everything that's happening around them. Really feeling like everything that they've given their time and energy to is paying off tenfold. Looking really, really, really relaxed. And that cake looks really good. I ate too much junk food this week. Anyway, your advice? The Hierophant, Taurus energy. Your advice is to ground your energy. Try and not allow yourself to get pent up with, you know, boiling emotions. Just stay grounded. Yoga, exercise, water your plants. I just bought those new watering globes to keep plants watered, especially if you travel. You know, do things that help you ground your energy, Taurus, and make you feel really connected to yourself. Center yourself this week. Don't center this person, not saying that you were. Center yourself this week and everything's gonna work out just the way it needs to for you. And if it turns out that this person is the right person for you, great. If it turns out this person's not, then you centered yourself. And I got goosebumps when I said that. All right, so let's get the overall energy and then I'm gonna start to break it down and clarify. The Emperor. So with the Emperor being the overall energy this week, I am getting that someone's trying to take control over a situation. Someone's trying to take the lead. Someone's trying to boss up. Someone's trying to stabilize something because the Emperor is the number 4. And the number 4 talks about discipline, stability, structure, support. And it's interesting how you've got the Tower as your feelings, which is the number 16, which breaks down to 4 4s. So you may feel like your stability or situation with this person is not yet stable. There's some things that still need to be worked out. There's things that still need to be built. There's still some things that need to be addressed and corrected or implemented. Things like that. And your person's waiting on that 4th wand. So the number 4 is coming up as very significant for you this week, Taurus. It might be one of your lucky numbers, regardless of your love life. Number 4 might be your number this week. All right, what's influencing this Emperor? The 8 of Pentacles, nice. The Ace of Pentacles, even nicer. The 10 of Pentacles, even nice is. And then we have the Empress. Taurus, you've got, look at that. The Empress and the Emperor, that's husband and wife material. Or husband, husband, wife, wife. It's just showing me that we have the Ace of Pentacles right here, which is the stepping stone to the 10 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Pentacles is putting in all of the effort needed. Or someone that you met at work. Either way, Taurus, there's just this energy of discipline and dedication. And I'm also getting, for some of you Tauruses, focus on your careers right now. Because something might be in the works for your career opportunities. Especially if you're a business owner. Okay? So I feel like this week, yes, connect to this person if you want to and figure out what is going on with this person. But I'm also getting guided to tell you to also focus on some important things going on in your own life, financially, career-wise. Because I feel like something is really building up to something successful for you. Some of you guys may have had to make some changes within a business that you run, or you had to adapt to the changing like if you're a business owner, you had to change to the changing seasons. Maybe your customers or your clients are all on different schedules, so your sales aren't the same, or you're wanting to adjust your position at a company and maybe ask for a promotion because you don't like where you work at anymore. You want to advance. That's just a side note for some of you who are trying to recalibrate your careers and, you know, branch off into something new. And as I'm saying that, I see the Judgment. So Taurus, this week is all about recalibration in your love life, in your personal endeavors, your career, and even in your emotional standpoint on an individual level. Because I like to look at the Judgment card similar to cleaning out your closet. Going through your closet, seeing what you don't want to keep, seeing what you do want to keep, looking at items that you don't need anymore, but reflecting on the memories that it brings, and then donating them or getting rid of them. Just a nice purge so you can feel a lot more lighter on your feet. Okay, so I'm gonna start clarifying, but all in all, you got a good outcome. Oh my goodness, I just bought these cards. They were actually one of the first few decks that I used when I first started this channel, but they got old, so I just bought a new pair, and it's bringing old memories back. All right, where's that Emperor card? Oh, right here. First, oh my goodness, my communication. I'm going to first clarify the Knight of Cups. All right, please clarify the Knight of Cups for whoever this person is. The Strength card and the 5 of Swords. Ooh. Huh. Did someone put their foot in their mouth and now they're trying to like say sorry? And if that's not the case, someone here might... That's my least favorite card, Taurus. I don't like that card. Maybe someone acted some sort of way towards you because they were burnt out with something and they took something out on you. Or that's happening this week. That might not even have happened yet, Taurus. There could be someone that you're connecting to, and then later this week they might, you know, get really restless with something else, like their job, money, things like that, and they end up being really snappy or short with you, you know, and you're like, don't take your bad day out on me, what the fudge? And that could be why that Tower is there. I feel like that's a side note for somebody here, because I absolutely adore the Knight of Cups. This is telling me that someone's coming towards you with, you know, affection, a desire to be affectionate and be playful and very sweet. But I feel like for some of you Taurians, just for some of you, all this affection and sweetness may be coming off of maybe, you know, someone being kind of crabby with you. So let me get another card on that. Hold on for a second. The Three of Wands again. It feels like you've got somebody here that's just trying to figure some things out in regards to the two of you. They're trying to figure out what this relationship means to them, what it could turn into, what it shouldn't turn into. There's something going on here. Clarify that Knight of Cups again. Actually, no, let me use a different deck. Clarify that Knight of Cups again, please. The Six of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Six of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles feels like someone is wanting to revisit a plan, or to I'm getting that you guys may have already had a conversation about something recently and they want to go back to that conversation. Like, hey Taurus, remember when we were talking about, you know, such and such last Thursday? Can we talk about that again? Because there's some things I want to bring up to you that I don't feel like I brought up to you that day. Like that. Whoever this person is, they've been planning something, or they're planning something as we speak. Because the Knight of Pentacles is someone who plans ahead, takes things slow, thinks over the conversation over and over again, revisits everything that you said, everything that they said, trying to think back on what could have been said differently, or what needs to be added to get the outcome one wants. Someone here met their person at the gym, or someone goes to the gym a lot. All right, well, we'll circle back to that if needed. Let's clarify this person's feelings. Why is the Three of Wands how this person's feeling towards Taurus this week? They might be, right now as we speak, possibly waiting to see what you do, but then midweek they're like, screw it, I'm going to take action. And as I say that, the Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers gets my attention, and we already saw the Ace of Pentacles over here. And then I see the Judgment and the Six of Pentacles and the King of Cups right underneath that. The Knight of Cups matures into the King of Cups. You've got someone in pursuit, Knight of Cups. Knights are action-oriented. They are in pursuit. They're in the driver's seat. They're in the vehicle. When they reach their destination, boom, King of Cups walks out of the vehicle. Like, what's up? I've got feelings for you. I care about you. That sort of thing. Now, Judgment and the Six of Pentacles coming out too talks about making big decisions in regards to, you know, what's going to move forward. You know, are we in on this together? Six of Pentacles is, are we, you know, mutually agreeing on something? I do this, you do that. Sometimes the Six of Pentacles can talk about a transactional relationship where you both are trying to get something from the other, whether, you know, you've got a lot of money and they've got good looks, or reverse it. For some of you, this could feel like something transactional, okay, where it makes practical sense to give this a go. But the Judgment can also be someone having a huge realization to something and making a big decision. But all this is coming out in regards to this person's feelings this week. I need to know why the Nine of Swords is here, though, and why you had the Tower. So let's put that back in and see what comes up with the Nine of Swords. Why is the Nine of Swords in this person's intentions with Taurus? Ah, dang. This person's worried that you're already with your back turned, that you lost interest in them or never even had interest in them, or something has happened that they feel like they can't go back from. Remember, you got the Tower as your feelings this week. That's both Scorpio energies. Remember, this may not even have happened yet. This is for the week ahead. Okay, at the time you're watching this video, think next 7 days. Even if you find this video in friggin' August, think of now, next 7 days. My videos are timeless. So since we got the Eight of Cups here and the Tower, I am getting that this person's all up in their head about your response. So let me go straight to your feelings. Why is Taurus's feelings this week the Tower towards this person? The Knight of Swords and the Eight of Cups and the Lovers. That's why I put it back in the pile. I want to see if it's going to come out on its own. Look at that. Look at that, Taurus. You feel like you got to keep a closer eye on this person. Yes, you've got romantic feelings too. You do have romantic feelings towards this person. And then I got the Judgment card, and then I see the Moon. You're just trying to figure out what you're in the dark about. It's like I'm tapping into a Taurus that you've got your attention on them, yes, but you also have your back turned at the same time. It kind of reminds me of someone walking towards another person but backwards, as if to not expose one's heart chakra. It's like, I'm going to walk towards you, but with my back turned so you don't have access to my heart just yet. That sort of thing. You may feel like you have to play chess with this person and think a couple steps ahead because of something maybe you've noticed. I mean, you both had this Knight of Swords energy. So I do feel like a lot of communication is happening. This definitely does feel similar to last week's video. Clarify the Sun as the challenge here. Please clarify the Sun as the challenge. The Seven of Swords, lack of trust. What's challenging your love life this week, Taurus, is a lack of trust. You feel like you're still needing some information. You still feel like your foundation with this person has not been built yet, or the original foundation crumbled and you're trying to figure out if it's doable to rebuild for some of you. For a lot of you, I feel like this is a new person in your life and you guys were on a good start. You guys were flirting and being romantic or hinting at a desire to be romantic, but then maybe you witnessed a part of them that you're like, I don't know about this anymore. Either way, they want to talk about something that they feel like they've already talked to you about, to see if you still feel the same way, to see if you're still on board, to see if your interest levels have faded in any way. Clarify that Knight of Swords, and then I see the Tower. It's like this person's coming to talk to you this week to avoid a tower between the two of you, or to like patch up what a tower has already done for some of you. Who else got this card? Leo got this card, and I think Scorpio? I could be wrong. Clarify that Knight of Swords as this person's behavior and actions with Taurus this week. All I know is you're having a good outcome for the week ahead, so everything still looks good for you, regardless of what's going on with this situation with this person. It's not affecting you in your daily life. Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands is my planning card. It's my talking stage card. So this week, you got this person sitting by a map, and they're trying to map out their next course of action, their next step. Right when they find X marks a spot, they get up and they are on the go with that Knight of Swords energy, ready to speak to you, ready to reach out, ready to tell you what's on their mind, ready to pick your brain, see how you are feeling as well. Okay. Eight of Wands. That's a lot of flirting. Eight of Pentacles, that's a lot of effort. We already saw the Eight of Pentacles earlier. I'm seeing repeated eights now. Eights are all about manifestation, change, growth. Then I see the Queen of Wands coming towards someone more confident. For those of you who have never had anything negative happen with this person, and there's just been a lot of, pivoting and just like, where is this even going? It feels like it stemmed from this person's anxiety. Whoever this person is, flip if you need to, this person may struggle with anxiety and can be like nervous about just letting their guard down and just chilling and being themselves, which might come off as deceptive at times, right? All right, don't take this, you know, if it doesn't resonate, but for some of you, this person could be acknowledging that they might have some social awkwardness, all right, which could be misinterpreted as, you know, being like, I don't know, closed off, unapproachable. And as I'm saying that, I see the Hermit and the Four of Cups. The Hermit can be somewhat of a loner. And the Four of Cups could also be someone that likes to have their own space from time to time to recharge their batteries. When you look at them, at quick glance, you would think, oh man, this person does not want to talk to me. Okay. I feel like someone here comes off in a way that may be misinterpreted. Okay. Always trust your gut instincts though. Clarify the King of Pentacles for Taurus's weekly outcome. Ten of Pentacles. A lot of you are going to be making a lot of money, Taurus. That's a whole lot of money. However, when it's making a whole lot of money by yourself, it's a Nine of Pentacles. When the Ten of Pentacles is there, it's making a strong future with possibly another individual who might be in alignment with you. This is just letting you know that you're on the right path. Whether it's with this person or someone in the future, they're wanting you to know that centering yourself, doing what's best for you, and, you know, following your intuition, putting your needs first is going to keep you on the path of having a very successful future. Keep you on the path of meeting the right person, even if it's not this person. Okay? That's all that's trying to tell you, Taurus, that you're on the right path. Just continue doing what you're doing, where you're taking good care of you and, you know, watching out for anything that just does not feel safe for you. And you're gonna, I feel like you're gonna be just fine. All right? You look really good here. But for a lot of you, there could be a path opening up for you to meet a spouse or to, you know, stabilize something if you're already with the one that you want to be with forever. Okay? Clear. Oh, Page of Pentacles on the bottom. For some, there could be a child involved. Why the Hierophant as Taurus's advice? Judgment. Just use your judgment. That's all. The first moment is your intuition talking to you. Anything else after that is our brain starting to do its brainy things. So just, you know, learn from something and grow from it. Okay? That actually meant the same thing. And then there's the Ace of Pentacles again. So it feels like you got someone that's trying to come towards you to see if you guys can make something work, see if there's, you know, growth. And it's up to you if you want to be on board with it or not. But it does look like someone generally does want to see something happen with you, and they're really hoping that they didn't screw it up already. They're really hoping that they didn't. Let me pull your person's hidden message. Oh, let me first pull from my Singles and Relationship Oracle card. This usually shows me what could be potentially blocking you in your love life this week. For zodiac signs that came through the reading, I have strong Taurus. Strong Taurus, so you could be dealing with a fellow Taurian. I have strong Scorpio in this reading. Gemini, Virgo, Leo, Libra. But it really could be any zodiac sign, okay? Retreating. Your fear of being hurt has made you retreat. It's time to get out and try again. Oh. That could be why this person's nervous. That's what I kind of said earlier. Oh crap, my battery cuts off at 30 minutes. I gotta hurry up. Please rock that like and subscribe button for your girl Taurus. And if you like to book a private reading, the link to my website is in the description box below of every video that I post on YouTube. BaddisonIntuitiveTarot.com. That's 2 Ds, not one for Baddison. And every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I go live with the All Signs Their Feelings for You read. I hope I see you there. I wish I could take back the hurtful things I said. It was wrong to take out my frustration on you. I kind of got that earlier, remember? Someone may have had a salty day and took it out on you. No excuse though. Our love was too intense for me to handle. I needed a break away. Someone may have impulsively pulled away and retreated because they felt like something was too intense, whether that be you or this person. I know we've been together in past lives. I recognize you. You were never a stranger to me. You were my best friend, and I cherished our friendship above all others. All right, Taurus, if you haven't checked out your monthly and your last week's weekly, it's in my June playlist. I love you. Namaste.